Oh my God. I am so sick of this gaslighting heifer.
I don't think anybody disagrees with that. 7 million means that they're not just going after criminals.
Well, they're going after people who are in the country illegally, right?
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying the criminals, this is a much bigger universe than
Doesn't that make you a criminal?
No, it doesn't.
To come across the border illegally?
Coming into the country illegally is a civil offense. It's not a criminal offense.
Okay, if you come into the country illegally, here's the message. We're going to find you and send you back. I mean, I'm sorry, that's the way it is. And I think the government should pull all the levers at its disposal to find people and pull this off. It's what the American people asked Donald Trump to do. Yes, they should be deporting violent people. Yes, they should be deporting people who committed violent acts before they came here. But at some juncture, if you're going to allow any illegal immigration at all, the message then goes out. Just get here. It'll probably work out for you. That was the last.
Yes, Democrats manufacture talking points about Trump and repeat them until people accept them as facts. I don't know if you've seen this video. I'm going to show you what these strategists claim. Sometimes when I see these people, I used to wonder why they do this every single time. It is like they have a script, but they will spread it round, say the same thing. Even the mainstream media will pick it up. Everybody will start accepting this script as fact.
Years. And by the way, we just had the Trump shutdown, the longest government shutdown in history.
Trump
by
shutdown?
the way, it is the Trump shutdown. That's what most Americans blame it on.
So
look,
which
it's
party voted to shut down the government? Which
it's
party?
simply not
Your party.
It's simply not a good economic outlook for President Trump.
I had said this when a new record was set for the longest shutdown. So this isn't the first time I'm saying this, but what Democrats did is they chose to shut down the government for a record-breaking set of time. And then what they're going to try to do is use that talking point just like he did. The Republicans wanted a clean continuing resolution. No policy wishes, just let's keep the government open. Democrats were injecting their policy wishes into that clean CR and were saying, hey, if you don't pass our policy wishes, we're going to shut down the government. And that's what they did. So Democrats shut down the government because they were asking for more than just a clean CR. Clean CR means clean continuing resolution. Again, just to keep the lights on, keep troops paid, keep everything functioning. Republicans wanted that. Democrats were not accepting it. They wanted their policy demands met. So again, they shut down the government. And they chose to keep it shut down long enough to set a new record. And then they can say, under President Trump, our government had the longest government shutdown. It's the same thing they did with Trump as a manufactured felon. So it's the same thing they did in New York. They went and changed a bunch of misdemeanors, wiggled them around, find a way to make them felonies, and then it created Trump into a felon. Then they went around saying Trump is a felon, Trump is a felon. And it's funny because if you go back and look at the beginning of this video here, I'll just screenshot it and show you. You'll see, look at the Chiron, he's a Democratic strategist. And now he's out here showing us the Democrat strategy of saying, under Trump, our government had the longest shutdown in history. Like it's just Trump's fault. They work to manufacture talking points. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Same thing, think about New York. They went back and changed the law so people could file harassment cases or whatever in New York. They went back, changed the law. All of a sudden, E. Jean Carroll's filing a lawsuit against Trump. He's convicted in New York, very, very, very blue, example of them manufacturing something. When I say change the laws, the statute of limitations had passed on all this. So they reopened the window so people could file charges, essentially. So yeah, pay attention from now into the future, into the midterms. Let's see how often Democrats try to call it the Trump shutdown.
I personally believe that we're headed towards a shutdown. The deadline is, of course, going to be at the end of January.
I don't know if you have noticed this. Liberals will blame Trump for anything, even when the facts are stating them on their faces. Calling it a Trump shutdown, while their own party voted for it picks denial. Never any accountability or honesty with these people. I watched this ghetto Democrat, Jasmine. She's suggesting that there is another shutdown coming up in January. She's predicting, and know that this will happen again. They will attempt Trump shutdown. Democrats shut down the government. They never saw any result. It came out to be, in fact, their base were all angry because they never saw the result. Why they shut down the government? It affected a lot of people. They struggled to turn the narrative. It didn't work out. They are still doing that today. January is coming up. They are already predicting another one. That should tell you a lot about these people. Now going into this.
Oh my God. I am so sick of this gaslighting heifer. Let me tell you something, Jasmine Crockett. You are the most dingy, dizzy politician I have ever seen in American history. You got the nerve to say ICE is treating the immigrants like the slaves back in the days.
I really don't care your status. I get that everyone here today is a United States citizen, but honestly, I have said over and over and over that as a black woman, all I can think about is the slave patrols. And the reason I bring it up is because history matters.
Where's the whip and chains, heifer? Where's the shackles at? Where's the dogs? Where's the water hose? Did anything fly from the sky and blow the like Oklahoma? Rosewood, Central Park, Philadelphia? Where are they being treated like slaves at, Jasmine? You are one gaslighting heifer. The Democrat Party is paying you to be free and dumb. So you don't got no freedom. You're free and dumb. You watch what you say about my ancestors.
I bet you there are a lot of people that voted for Trump that wish the Kamala Harris
a lot of
was in the
people
White
who
House.
didn't vote.
You know what is funny? They would do this knowing the truth. Now attributing ICE to this patrol during slavery, I don't understand. These people don't want to acknowledge that what they are doing is totally wrong. The other day I posted a video about this same lady, Jasmine. She refused to give President Trump credit for closing the border. I was not shocked. I was not surprised because that has actually been hard. I was not surprised with that. She has been throwing statements like this every single time. I watched another video the other day. She came out to say there will be another government shutdown in January. Then immediately, they will turn a Trump shutdown. They're already predicting. They already know their plan. That should tell you something. I'm just reporting so you can see what exactly is happening in and around you. I get attacked every single day when I put out some videos like this. But I just like to put out the truth, react, share my opinions. That is all I'm doing here. And I don't understand why it offends a lot of people. I will never stop. Remember, I don't want to make the video long. I think I'm going to end here. Please share the video. As of the short clips you see at the end, that is for the YT algorithm.
Nobody is afraid of Jasmine Crockett because of her authenticity.
And that is actually what they are fearful of, is my authenticity, because it rings true with every single American, whether they're a Texan or not.
New song. Well, what exactly is this? She repeats this every single time.
To sit here and be distracted by haters. Every time you can't go to policy and you got to go to my looks, you got to go to how I dress, you got to go to how I talk. That's telling me that you ain't got nothing that you want to talk about, because I'm ready to go toe to toe. And frankly, I don't know why JD Vance wants to talk about looks. Like, we really not going to go there, because I'm sorry, because people haven't been making memes about me and mascara and all this other kind of stuff. Like, that's not what people been doing of me, sir. Focus on your job. Focus on the fact that people don't know.
Been an outspoken critic of the president's mass deportation policies and of ICE. But a lot of voters, a lot of Americans who voted for President Trump think that he has done a strong job at the border. In fact, border encounter numbers are down, and the president is touting that as a success. You obviously have issues with the way he's going about it, but has the president been successful? Can you acknowledge that on bringing border encounters down?
I will acknowledge that what is being reported is that border encounters are lower. I will also say that we know that this administration has not been the most honest when it comes to reporting numbers, as we know that there's now reporting that they've not been honest about the job.
But what I don't see with these people, they can't be honest for a second. Yeah, they can't be honest.
So, there you go.
Out. Buy what I'm selling. Yes, this
Groups, he's giving them basically $1,700.
Let's see if they get the.
Well,
I want to see
it is
them
coming
get
a month.
breaking through all. Put his condolences out.
Democrats think that MAGA is going to break up because of Donald Trump's criticism of Rob.
Considered either place. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it.
So you and your husband were friends with Rob and Michele Reiner, and
Everybody knew that wasn't true.
A dangerous relative as a likely suspect, a tip that led to her brother Nick. Rob Reiner and Nick had a heated argument the night before at Conan O'Brien's Christmas party, being back on his own. In one interview, she said,
We should have said nothing. The United States to take this family tragedy in which the president had made no comment.
When people ought to have.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Absolute horror.